Guys, I want to briefly talk about this latest news of Achraf Hakimi. It's trending everywhere in the internet, and that is in every blog, every site, every news channel. Now, I love what happened actually, but what people didn't really understand is that um, the guy didn't really plan this thing to happen, and he didn't really intentionally move his assets to his mom's name. He actually, when he started playing, he was, I think, around 19 or 18 or 19. So there are some requirements that he have to have a guardian, someone to handle his assets since he's still very young. So that was when he added his mom to the name to take charge of his assets. And then after the process, he didn't really, when he had grown above 20 years, he didn't really move his assets back to his name. So this is really, really very good. It have saved him a lot because if the his assets weren't in his mom's name, he would have become very, very depressed by now. He would have become totally depressed because we are living in a women's world. Oftentimes, I see women complaining of inequality and equal pay and having equal rights with men and all of that. But if you actually think it properly, you will know that we're actually living in a women's world. Women get everything they want in this world, but men do not get everything they want. Men have to fight, men have to work hard, men have to toil day and night in order to get what they want. But women can get what they want by knowing the right people. They don't have to stress themselves. Women get what they want very easily. Women can get positions in organizations very easily than men. Women get more promoted in organizations, especially if the organization is a male, even a male controlled organizations. Women get more favors than men. So they oftentimes they use what they have and get what they want. Now we live in a world that if a woman accuses a man of rape or any sort of physical violations, the whole world will come down on that man, and every court of law that you go to, they will probably give the judgment against the man. But if a man accuses a woman of rape, people will be laughing at him. People will be thinking that he's actually very stupid. He doesn't know what he's talking about. So that is the kind of world that we live in. If a woman cries for help, men, a lot of men will come to help him. But if a man cries for help, people will laugh at him. Even women will laugh at him. So that is the world we're living in. And yet, women are the ones crying for equality. They really do not understand what it takes for a man to be a man. They really do not understand the kind of privilege they have in this world that we're living in. Because the systems of this world, especially the Western systems in the American countries and European countries, those people have redefined their system to favor more of women than men. Now, when every time I hear about divorce and sharing of wealth and all of that, I always hear that it is the man's wealth that they always share. I have never heard of women sharing their wealth with the men. Every time they divorce, it's usually okay. Like, just for instance, Bill Gates, he recently divorced his wife a few years back. Then he had to share his wealth and give out a large sum of money. Bill Gates, Elon Musk, a lot of them, they have to share their wealth and give out a lot of wealth to their women. And now, because women have known that whenever they divorce their husband, they get a lot of things from there, they have now turned it into a business in the Western world. In America and then in Europe, they have turned it into a business. The women intentionally married to divorce to get easy money, and the ones that are married happily married because someone like Bill Gates and his wife, they are very old. They have been married for many, many years and they are getting old. So what could actually make the woman to divorce the husband? What could it be? What are they lacking? What the Bill Gates is a very busy person, and he wouldn't have time to stay in the house fighting with his wife or arguing with his wife all the time. And the wife probably would be a very busy person. So what is it actually could be the purpose for her, the reason for her to divorce the husband? That if it actually fight always come out amongst poor people. Quarreling and arguing with your partner is usually amongst less busy people. People that are busy do not have time for that. And the only problem that you can say is probably cheating. But Bill Gates is a very old person, and the wife also is a very old person. So cheating will likely not be the problem. So what could actually be the problem for them to divorce? And if you find out, you see that probably the woman just want to get rich quicker, and she knows that if she divorced, she can get a lot of wealth in her name. So these are the kind of issues, these are the things that women are turning into business in the Western world, and this is actually what saved this Ashraf Hakimi. If all those wealth were in his name, by now he would, I'm sure that he wouldn't have gone for the next few matches that are coming up, because he will be totally depressed. All the things that he used to think that were his will be divided 50-50 and given to his spouse. And the woman will want to take the more valuable thing. So they are always very greedy. So you guys need to understand that we are actually living in a woman's world. We're living in a women's world. When the partners or husband and wife divorce, the women will take the kids, and then the court will always let the woman take the kid, and then the men have to be paying a large sum of money to the woman, even though she's not using all those money to take care of the kids. She was using probably large amount of it to take care of herself. So and every time you bring any marriage thing into the court, it will always favor the women. Everything about this world always favor. If a woman cries or says that you did something to her, the whole world will come against you. The whole world will come after you. People will curse you in social media. But if a man says that a woman did something to him, nobody will listen to him. Nobody would take it serious. Everybody will take it as a joke, and they will laugh at him. They would even curse against you that is complaining. So women need to understand that we are actually living in a women's world. We, this world is no longer under the control of men. Women are the ones that are controlling, because they use the men that are submissive, trying to be equal, trying to be fair to women. They use those type of men to oppress their fellow men. Whatever a woman needs, they will probably get it by using another man in that position. If a woman wants to get promoted in an organization, all they need is to get closer to the man in charge of that organization. They will be easily promoted. Things go very easily for women. Women tend to get what they want in a platter of gold, but men do not all the time get what they want. They have to work hard. They have to prove themselves very definitely before they can be able to get the chances and privileges that they deserve. So I don't want to hear people complaining or shouting that we are living in a man's world. It's no longer a man's world, it's a women's world. Women now control everything. The only thing that women cannot do are just the hard jobs, the hard energy requiring jobs. Those are the things that women cannot handle because of their nature. But every other thing in power, also, even in power in politics, women are controlling all these things. A president can start a war because of what his wife told him. It's possible. So things can happen out of the control, out of the influence of women. So you see all these men coming out to take some ruthless decisions and some of these things. It happens even in the Bible. It happened also that what was the name of that king that cut off the head of someone because his daughter told him to do so. So it's a women's world that we are living in. It's no longer a man's world. So women should stop complaining of inequality, unequal pay, and all of that. You girls, you women are the ones ruling this world. So I am very glad that something like this happened, because it has always been women that are winning. So this is a kind of lesson to all these rich and wealthy people, because most of the women they marry are not entirely marrying them because of love or want to keep family with them. They are marrying them because of their wealth. And whenever they see the opportunity, women can be with you for many, many years without loving you, and they are waiting for the right opportunity to strike. So whenever they meet that opportunity, they will strike immediately. So this guy is very, very lucky that he got to save his wealth by the virtue of keeping it in his mom's name. So I think it must have taught him a lot of lesson, and also his colleagues and every other person around the world, because the story has gone viral. And I'm very glad to hear something like this, even though it's very difficult to keep your wealth in another person's name, even if it's your mom or your dad. But it has saved him a lot, because this woman actually was not in love with him. She's like over 11 years older than him. So it's very clear that she is targeting something. They can have children for you, 1 million children for you, but they are targeting something. And when is the right time, they will strike. So that's all for me. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please share it, and then so other people can see, and then leave a comment of your opinion on this video. Thank you very much.